What happens when the child of the world's richest man walks away from billions? This is more than family drama. It's betrayal, belief clashes, and a billionaire losing control. Stay tuned as we dive into the life of Elon Musk's transgender kid. In April 2004, Los Angeles, a city of luxury, power, and limitless dreams, welcomed twins, Vivian and Griffin, whose life seemed destined for privilege. Vivian Jenna Wilson, back then known as Xavier Alexander Musk, didn't just arrive. She was engineered. Yes, you heard that right. Conceived through IVF, a medical process where an egg is fertilized outside the body and then implanted, and part of a high-tech family blueprint masterminded by none other than Elon Musk and his then-wife, Canadian author Justine Wilson. And just to make things extra futuristic, the embryos were chosen to be a certain gender. Why? Because apparently, when you're Elon, even your family has patch notes. But this wasn't the picture-perfect sci-fi family Musk might have imagined. Just 2 years before Vivian's birth, tragedy struck. Their first child, Nevada, passed away from sudden unexplained infant death at just 10 weeks old, a heartbreak that drove Elon and Justine back to IVF to grow their family. They welcomed the twins, Vivian and Griffin, and by 2006, triplets joined the clan. 5 kids in 2 years? Forget Tesla. This was Elon's first real production line. From the outside, it looked like the ultimate power family. Billionaire dad changing the world, sprawling mansions, private jets, maybe even a SpaceX rocket for the school run. But on the inside, things weren't so Instagram perfect. Elon and Justine divorced in 2008, leaving Vivian and her siblings shuttling between homes. Growing up surrounded by absurd wealth, Vivian started noticing cracks in the system early on. One minute she's flying private, the next she's staring out the tinted jet window thinking, why do we have islands while people are sleeping on sidewalks? Yeah, existential crises hit differently when you're sipping juice boxes on a Gulf Stream. And then came teenage years, the point in every coming-of-age story where things get real. For Vivian, that meant mental health struggles that left her feeling like every day was a boss fight she couldn't win. She broke down in class, skipped days, and confessed she just wanted to disappear. In 8th grade at 14, she came out as gay. By 16, she told the world who she truly was, transgender. Cue dramatic music because this is where the family drama goes from zero to warp speed. Vivian's decision to come out as transgender around the age of 16 in 2020 wasn't just a personal milestone, it was the opening act of a real-life family drama with all the twists and turns of a blockbuster soap opera. Picture this, the world locked down in the throes of a global pandemic, and amidst the chaos, Vivian decides it's finally time to be her authentic self. She tells her mom, Justine Wilson, who responds with nothing but love and support. A bright spot in an otherwise stormy saga. But then comes Elon Musk's reaction, which, to put it mildly, was less family support group and more nuclear fallout. Elon wasn't just absent. When he was around, Vivian says he was cold, quick to anger, and obsessed with controlling even the smallest details. Meanwhile, school became Vivian's safe zone. After attending Astronova, the experimental school Elon created for his kids, she moved to Crossroads, a liberal arts powerhouse in Santa Monica, where celebrity kids do group projects on late-stage capitalism. Elon hated it. According to him, the school brainwashed Vivian into rejecting wealth and, wait for it, becoming a communist. Seriously, this man thinks the cafeteria was serving up Marxist theory with the vegan tacos. By the time she graduated, the writing was on the wall. Vivian didn't just want distance, she wanted a clean break. The stage was set, not just for a family rift, but for a story that would echo across headlines and spark debates about identity, power, and control. From a young age, Vivian dealt with gender dysphoria, while also having to dodge her father's sharp tongue and, allegedly, his low tolerance for anything remotely feminine. It's the kind of parenting that would send any kid running for the hills, or in Vivian's case, straight into hormone replacement therapy and legal name changes. By 2022, she'd officially ditched Musk for her mother's maiden name, Wilson, a mic drop moment that screamed independence and said, this family drama just got real. Justine Wilson has been the comforting counterbalance in this saga, a rare oasis of support in a desert of drama. Elon's response, however, turned the family feud into headline news. He publicly framed Vivian's transition as a kind of tragic infection, his words, not mine, blaming the woke mind virus for turning his son into a daughter. In a 2024 interview with none other than Jordan Peterson, Elon explained his grievances on how he was tricked. Elon was told that puberty blockers were a harmless way to pause development, but what no one explained was that they were essentially sterilization drugs. He later came to understand the full weight of that decision. The plot thickens. Elon hasn't held back on the spectacle, repeatedly dead-naming Vivian as son son Xavier and dramatically declaring, "My son is dead, killed by the woke mind virus."
So my son Xavier is dead, killed by the woke mind virus.
Talk about turning family matters into a cultural battleground. He promises to fight what he thinks is a harmful set of ideas, but he also feels sorry about what he says was a quick change. Elon's strong words against transgender people don't just stay personal, they affect laws too. He talks against rules that protect transgender kids and shares messages that question care for them. Many people, including Vivian herself, say this is clearly being unfair and mean to transgender people. Vivian, ever the sharp-tongued commentator, has fired back with fervor. She's called Elon a pathetic man-child and a cringe dad, and let's just say their family reunions are probably not on anyone's bucket list. She flatly rejects Elon's tricked narrative, accusing him of spinning lies to score sympathy points and push an agenda against trans people. Vivian doesn't just stop at family drama. She's blasted Elon's political ties, namely his support for Donald Trump, and even described his public rally gestures as Nazi-like. Oh, and she's not a fan of Elon's friends either, like Jordan Peterson, or his penchant for spreading transphobic content online. From her spot on social media platforms like Threads and TikTok, she dishes out biting comebacks, one of the most savage being her response to Elon's dead son comment, "I look pretty good for a dead bitch," mic dropped. And as if the plot couldn't get any juicier, Vivian has reportedly taken to the stage as a drag queen named Vivliness, championing immigrant rights. Because why not add a little activism and performance art to the mix? Meanwhile, Elon's mysterious social media posts about rescuing daughters only add fuel to the fire, leaving fans and critics alike guessing about the true state of this fractured family. Vivian isn't just rewriting her story, she's practically tossing the old script into a bonfire, striking a match, and walking away in a designer trench coat. At just 21, the estranged daughter of Elon Musk and author Justine Wilson has slammed the brakes on her old life, done a U-turn, and is now cruising in the fast lane toward complete self-determination. How bold. Try legally changing her name and gender marker in 2022 and relocating overseas like, "Catch me if you can, Dad." Fast forward to Tokyo, where Vivian is living her best main character life. Immersed in the elegance of Japanese culture, she's brushing up on kanji, Chinese characters used in written Japanese, while casually flexing her French and Spanish skills, like a linguistic triple threat. Once upon a time, she dreamed of becoming a translator, a career as precise and refined as a kaiseki dinner. But life had other plans. Viral social media moments and non-stop headlines about her family drama shoved her into the spotlight, opening doors she didn't just walk through, she sashayed. From academia to artistry, Vivian's life pivoted harder than a plot twist in a Netflix drama. And then came her grand entrance into the fashion world. Her modeling debut in May 2025 with Wildfang, a queer-owned brand that handed her the mic during Pride with a campaign boldly titled "Say My Name." Vivian didn't just strike poses, she co-designed a shirt declaring, "Existing shouldn't be revolutionary. The proceeds? Straight to the Trevor Project, a non-profit that supports LGBTQ+ youth under 25 with crisis intervention and suicide prevention services." That's right, Vivian is serving looks and saving lives. Soon after, she popped up in a Tomboy X underwear campaign, proving her style is as ethical as it is edgy. And because subtlety isn't her thing, she teased future fashion goals with a cheeky confession, "I would love to do runway. I think that would be great. Booked and busy? Honey, more like booked, blessed, and serving." But why stop at fashion when you can conquer drag? Vivian's appetite for creativity spills over like an overfilled champagne glass. Inspired by RuPaul's Drag Race royalty, she made her drag debut in June 2025 at Patty Gagne Presents Save Her, a fundraiser so fabulous it could turn climate anxiety into a dance party. Picture this, Vivian, mid-lip sync, proudly waving the trans flag while raising funds for immigrant legal defense. Mic drop, again. And she's just getting started, brainstorming drag king looks based on the Devil Wears Prada's iconic cerulean speech. Honestly, give her the crown now. Oh, and let's not forget her pathetic dream of starring on reality TV, a confession so self-aware it deserves its own confessional camera. Of course, drama lurks in the background like an X in your DMS. Elon Musk, ever the Twitter gladiator, has thrown shade thicker than SpaceX rocket smoke. He's dead-named her, ranted about the woke mind virus, and basically tried to turn fatherhood into a culture war. But Vivian? She's not sweating it. Armed with sharp wit and Threads posts that sting harder than an untagged meme, she calls herself the Queen of Threads and refuses to let negativity live rent-free in her mind. The only thing that gets to live free in my mind, she declares, is drag queens. Somebody frame that quote. Behind the glam and the clapbacks lies Vivian's secret weapon, community. She treasures friendships, especially the online queer connections people love to dismiss, but that she calls the absolute world. These bonds fuel her, as do collaborations with inclusive brands and LGBTQ+ creatives. From the confidence boost of a 40-foot braid in a photo shoot to the euphoria of drag spotlight, Vivian is busy turning self-expression into armor. Her mantra for trans youth? Served hot and unapologetic. You are that bitch. Period. Do you think Elon's views on gender strain his bond with his child? Drop your thoughts below. Don't stop here. Check out the other videos on your screen for more eye-opening stories. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.